Hey, what's going on YouTube? How y'all doing? I've been wanting to do this video for a couple of weeks now. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Sig P320 X Compact versus the HK VP9 SK. So the reason why we're doing this comparison is that at first I was going to do an unboxing and review video of the gun, but there are already quite a few already out there, and I had a hard time finding a P320 X Compact. So finally got one doing. So when I picked it up, I thought that it was going to be a little bit smaller than this. So I was kind of surprised at the size, that it's not big, but it's not a small gun, but it's right there where I want it to be. So why are we comparing it to the HK VP9 SK? I had the compact size VP9, but it felt like I was carrying a full-size gun. For me, it was uncomfortable, right? So I ended up selling the gun. I kept the VP9 SK. So the VP9 SK is just a tad bit longer than a Glock 26. When I added the 13-round magazine, for me it turned out to be the best concealed carry for all the firearms that I have already. It's not too small in the frame, and it's not too big on the slide, so it fits just right. And with a 13-round capacity, that kind of helped out a little bit. Then came along the P320 X Compact. So the slide is about the same size as the Glock 26. It doesn't have a thin frame like a P365 or a Glock 43 or 43X. It's just the right size, and it has a 15-round capacity. Is it the perfect concealed carry pistol? Let's move over to the table and take a look at both of these fine firearms. So first things first, we're going to make sure that these weapons are cleared. No brass, no ammo, and alright, the overall dimensions of these guns are quite similar. Okay, so the length of the X Compact is 7 inches, and the HK is 6.1 inches. The height of the X Compact is 5.3 inches to the HK's 4.57 inch with the flush round magazine, and 5 inches with the extended magazine. Now, the width of these firearms are pretty close to being the same. The width of the X Compact is 1.3 inches, and the width of the HK is 1.31 inches. So they're very similar in width. The barrel on the X Compact is a 3.6 inch carbon steel barrel, and the HK barrel is a cold hammer forged barrel made from cannon grade steel, according to HK's website. The sights for the Sig X Compact are the X-ray 3 tritiums, and the HK has non-tritium luminescent sights. So during the filming of this, the lights that I have set up around here is actually feeding these, so they will glow just a little bit, as if you can see. Both sights are made from steel. The weight of the X Compact is 25.3 ounces, and the HK is 23.07 ounces. The Sig slide is a stainless steel finish with their nitron finish. The HK slide is a carbon steel corrosion resistant nitro carburized finish. However, the HK can be purchased with a couple of Cerakote finishes. The capacity out of the box for both of these, the Sig is 15 plus 1 rounds, and the HK is 10 plus 1 out of the box. But in my favorite configuration for the HK, these 13-round mags do suffice. MSRP, it is hard to say about the MSRP for the X Compact because it's not stated on the Sig website. I paid a premium for this gun. I paid a little bit over, I believe, $700 for this pistol. And for the VP9 SK, the retail is $719, but if I remember right, I believe I paid $580 at my local AFES for this. So let's go ahead and check the trigger pull on both of these weapons. So again, no brass, no ammo, drill sergeant. Alright, so first trigger pull on the X Compact is going to be, this says 5.96 ounces. Second pull is going to be 5 pounds, 0.4 ounces. And the third pull is going to be 5 pounds, 3.0 ounces. So now let's check the trigger pull on the HK VP9 SK. Again, clear. First pull is 4 pounds, 7.7 ounces. Second pull is 4 pounds, 5.1 ounces. Third pull is going to be 4 pounds, 3.7 ounces. Originally, I am like I said earlier, I'm a fan of the VP9, and this is my perfect concealed carry firearm. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat that the Sig P320 X Compact is an amazing shooter. This thing shoots great. One thing that I notice is that the muzzle flip, commonly known with the P320s, is slightly reduced, just a little bit. Surprisingly, with that short barrel, it seems like I have less muzzle flip than with my X carry. The 5 pound trigger is crisp, just like a P320. So here is trigger. You have your take up, bam, reset, bam. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Follow-up shots with this trigger, it's comes almost as natural. The grip fits just right for my monster paws. However, it is not as comfortable as a HK or a Walter. As with any Sig and their bore axes, I can get a semi-high grip on the frame, and the undercut for this helps out with getting a better grip on this firearm. The green outline of the X-Ray 3 sights gives you a sight picture that almost seems like it's intuitive when you're aiming the gun. Gives you a pretty good sight picture. The X-Ray 3 sights are some of the best sights out there on the market that comes factory on a gun. Overall, I can say that I'm highly impressed with the shootability of the X Compact. Before this review, the HK VP9 was my favorite concealed carry pistol. I wasn't a fan of the 10-round magazines that come with this gun. So when I found these on Grab-A-Gun, I went immediately and purchased these. When you're looking at the HK VP9 SK as a concealed carry gun, one thing you're going to notice is that it's just a hair shorter than a Glock 19, but it is a little bit longer than a Glock 26 per se. Frame size on it is longer, but it still has 10 rounds, and this does come with 10 rounds as well. As for shooting, there is very little muzzle flip, and the trigger is pretty good, as you can tell with the trigger pull weight that we just did. The trigger is not PPK good, but it's pretty good. However, I'm not a fan of the take up of the trigger, and the grittiness when you get to this point is kind of annoying. However, it is a pretty good trigger. So here's your take up, here's your trigger pull, here's your reset, and bam. So the trigger is still pretty good. The sight picture is good, but the standard luminescent 3-dot sights are not the best in the world, but they are far better than the standard crappy Glock sights. HK did an outstanding job in ergos again, because this is one of the most comfortable guns out there. With these interchangeable back straps and side straps, it makes for a very customizable gun, and the finger grooves aren't as intrusive as Glock finger grooves. But Yeah, it feels pretty good in the hand. Like I said earlier, the VP9 SK is my favorite concealed carry gun, but the Sig X Compact is now my new favorite. The slide length of the X Compact is basically the same side length of a Glock 26, but it has that grip length of a Glock 19. So finally, in my assessment of both of these guns, right, the HK VP9 SK was my favorite concealed carry gun because it was just the right size with the slide length and the frame to carry. Plus, it had 13 rounds. But the Sig X Compact has become my favorite concealed carry gun. And people say you're a big dude, so why do you like smaller guns? Because for me, it's easier to conceal smaller guns without printing or anybody noticing that I'm carrying a gun. So if you're interested, I suggest you go by your local gun stop and go take a look at one and buy one. X Compact is a great firearm and is probably one of the best concealed carry options out there. So let's go ahead and move back up top and close this video out. All right, so after taking a look at the table, you know, for me, that thinking about it, I think that this gun is probably the best concealed carry pistol that's out there now. The frame is just right. It's right there in the compact size. The slide is a subcompact size slide. So right now, you know, when we say subcompact, is there really a specification or form factor for subcompact? But HK has thrown the term subcompact on this firearm. So, and the slide is longer than a Glock 26, as you saw on the table. So is it really a true subcompact gun? No, not really, especially when it's compared to the 365 or the Glock 43. But for me, you know, after carrying this a couple of times and shooting it at the range, I do believe that the Sig P320 X Compact is probably the best concealed carry firearm that's out there right now. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me. Take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just a YouTube reviewer, so you make your own decision. You make your own choices of whether or not you believe that this is a good choice for you. I appreciate everybody watching, and thank you for all the support that you've given me. We've reached over 200 subscribers to the channel already. If you like the video, please leave a comment below. If you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe below. And I really do appreciate everything and all the input that people have been giving me. KS Gun Guy has given me some good input. He's actually subscribed to the channel, and I do appreciate that. So again, everybody enjoy their night, and y'all have a great night. God bless.